right, it is Thursday, August 17th, 2023, 8:17. It is getting late in the year, man. After Independence Day, it's gone. Everything ends quickly in the year. Can't believe August, man, we're really halfway over. We get into September. They're going to collapse something in September, October time frame. That's what they do. Kind of feel it coming, don't you? A lot of things working behind the scenes. Banks getting bailed out. Nobody's talking about it. Credit card debt, all-time high. The Fed, one of the little blurbs on the news was they see people running out of disposable cash at the end of quarter three, which is September? Yeah, October, November, December. All right, yeah, so the end of September. Everything's lining up. We've got inflation, you know, they keep talking about fighting inflation, raising rates. Again, it's going to make money tighter to get. It's going to be harder to get. People are going to pay more to service their debt. You don't have enough money. Wages aren't increasing. You got to take second jobs. We got so much time. Ukraine needs more money, but you can get $700 if you're a citizen of Maui. I don't even like using the word citizen anymore, or resident. If you, basically that's what it is, though. You got to be a citizen. And so you get $700. What an insulting slap in the face. My wife and I went to Kauai in 2003 for our honeymoon. That's 20 years ago. Man, I said at the time, we'll probably never come back, and we haven't. Can't afford it. But we went to Kauai, and at the time, I remember, we had like a little kitchenette in our hotel, and we stopped at a local grocery store. I think it was on the north side in Princeville area. We got a pizza. I thought, let's get a frozen pizza or something, take it back to the place and cook it up instead of going out to eat, because eating out is expensive. So it was a DiGiorno, and I think it was a mushroom and spinach pizza. Oh shit. Watch my language. My cruise control hopped out on me. So anyway, yeah, there go all my funds, I'm buying this pizza. That was weird. It's like probably a vacuum system issue. So we went and got a pizza. It was a DiGiorno, like I said, I think it was spinach and mushroom, the rising crust thing. And at the time, it was about, I know it was over $7. It was like $7 to $8 range for that pizza. And I'm like, holy cow. I remember taking a picture of the gas at the gas station there, and this is 2003. And the gas, I think, was $2.23 a gallon. And I was like, holy cow, I can't believe how expensive this is. And I took a picture because I'm like, got to show everybody how expensive gas is on Hawaii, on the islands. And now I just drove by, it's $4.09, baby, for fuel here. So in 20 years, I mean, I don't even know what it is on the islands, probably $7. So that $700 check that you get, from the government is you get 100 gallons of gas, I guess, if you want to think of it that way, if it's $7 a gallon. Man, oh man. And people say, and I think, did my wages increase that much over that time? Did they over double? I don't think so. So yeah, you just get robbed. Maybe they did. Maybe it has doubled. That's about it though. But I mean, the cost of everything else has gone way up. I can't even imagine. So a DiGiorno pizza right now, just around here, is over $7. I mean, so what it was over on the islands, it's got to be, I don't know, $12, $13 for a pizza. I don't know. Anybody out in Hawaii, let me know. I'm curious what prices are. I really am. Because at one point, I was going to go to Hawaii, and this is back in 2006 time frame, I think. Yeah, I think around 2006. I had my teaching degree. I taught for a year out of college around here, and I just didn't care for it. I was 21. I don't feel like it. It's not. Just wasn't ready. I didn't want to babysit. Okay, is what it came down to. Here I am. I got all this knowledge. Steeped in literature. I want to be able to teach. Teach the human condition to people, and you're dealing with 16, 17-year-olds, and yeah, their human condition is, how can I? What am I doing on Friday night? That's the dilemma they face. So anyway, I taught for a year, but I maintained my teacher certification. I still have it to this day. I can still walk into a school and teach. But at the time, I took all the testing for Hawaii, and it's a kind of a more rigorous process. You have to take quite a few standardized tests, and then they have some essay stuff, and you get certified. Anyway, so I went through all that process, and then I actually had a job offer on the Big Island in Kailua Kona, and I was on the phone with a guy a couple of times, the superintendent or whatever, the guy that that's running the show for the school, and I had the job, offered it to me. Get on a plane, get out here. And I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't pull the trigger. I was almost there. I was ready to go. My wife, youngest daughter, oldest daughter, youngest, I get them all confused. I feel my youngest, because she's the one that was born first. I look at her as the youngest, I don't know. The one that's in college now. She was only a few years old and a couple of years old, and we were going to go. Gonna go. Didn't have any pets, nothing. Just ready to go. And didn't. And, you look back and you think, man, should I have done that? Shouldn't I have done that? Now you think of life. Do I have regrets? No Ragrets, like the tattoo spells it wrong. No Ragrets. You think, should I have made that decision? And then you think, how would things have changed? Well, I wouldn't have been here, wouldn't have been able to help. We would have been gone. My mother-in-law had multiple sclerosis, and she got progressively worse. So that 12-year period from the time we left and when she passed away, we wouldn't have been here. What kind of condition? Would she have deteriorated and been in worse condition because we weren't there? And maybe she would have died 4 years earlier or something because she didn't have somebody taking care of her. And all that stuff goes through your head, and so I don't look at it as, oh my gosh, I wish I had a do-over. It's like, I don't want any do-overs. I don't know why I'm on this tangent, but I don't want any do-overs. I just want, I guess the lesson is just don't live with regret. Everything that happens in your life happens for a reason, and it makes you who you are today. All those things that you've done that you might think, oh man, I should have done that differently, should have done that differently. Well, you wouldn't be who you are today. You wouldn't have the knowledge that you have today if you hadn't been through that and hadn't done those things. And so everything's a test, man. Everything's a test. I talked to somebody yesterday about that. I think I said, everything's a test. Everything is a test. Everything is a challenge. And it's just a challenge of you defining and determining who you are and what path you're on. And you just got to take it for what it is. And at the time, it's like, why am I going through this? Why do I have to struggle with this stuff? I just want to be left alone. That's my philosophy. I just want to be left alone. Leave me alone. Let me be me. And constantly, it's, that's just not how life is. No man is an island, John Donne said that. No man is an island entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main, something like that. Anyway, basically, you can't separate yourself from the world. You kind of have to, you got to participate in it, and you can't stand alone. We need help. We need community. We need, all that stuff. So, I don't know. I guess it just goes down to, don't have any regrets. Don't regret the things. Just get over it. And just, trust me, I got a hodl bag full of regrets. And you got to let them go. Quit hodling. And you just, so many things you could have done differently. But what would that have led to? Where would you be now? How would it have changed you? Would you be the same person? Probably not. And so you just you deal with it as it is. It's like appreciate who you are, love who you are, and look inside yourself and reconnect to, where you came from and trust yourself going forward. That's all you can do. And look at the past as, okay, yeah, I probably could have done that better, but okay, let's not repeat the same mistake. Let's learn from that. We just have to do that. We have to forgive ourselves is really what it comes down to. We just have to, I could have been, on Hawaii. I could have transferred and maybe said, oh, I want to live in Lahaina, if I'd taken the job and, and then I could have ended up there. Who knows? You just don't know what your path is and what you would have gone through, what would have happened to you. And then those people who are on that island, they think, well, what did I do to deserve this? Those people that perished, they're gone. Gone. Horrible. And you think, why was I here? Why did this happen to me? What put me in this circumstance to where I had to be in this situation and have to suffer through this? And we ask ourselves that, why am I suffering through this? Trying to do the right thing, trying to be good. And then why am I going through this? And so those poor people out there, I mean, just what they're going through right now, I can't imagine having everything burned away from you, just destroyed, just wiped clean. And that's when you have to realize it's for a purpose and realize, you know what, I made it, I'm alive. I could be gone, and like other people, they're gone. And you can't sit back and say, oh, whoa, pitiful me, how horrible it is for me. It's about survival. It's about moving on. It's about staying alive for another day to be an inspiration to yourself and to others. And you just can't just wallow in misery. You just have to keep going forward, and that's it. You just have to keep moving and have to keep going forward until everything, shuts down and you can't do it anymore. But as long as you have life and energy to use it. I mean, don't be that person that has regrets at the end of their days. It's like, hey, I'll screw up every day. Every time I wake up, I'm going to screw something up. I know I do. Something's going to get messed up. I'm going to do something wrong, but it's like, whatever. All right, get over it. And then you move on. But the thing is, I'm alive. I'm breathing. What is it? Every day is a good day above ground. This is a country song, I think it is. And it's true. Just find a way. And then when you get frustrated, and this is the thing, a lot of people are going to get frustrated. A lot of people are going to get depressed. We're going through a time that is going to really try the souls, men's souls. And it's either going to temper us and make us stronger, or it's people are going to collapse under the weight of the stress and just give up. And those people running the show want us to give up. They want to take everything from us. They want us to just submit. They want us to go along because they're weak people. Because they have to convince us that, that we're broken, and they're going to make it feel like we're broken, and burn down your house, and rob you of your energy and your money, and make things so difficult that you can't even survive. Hey, make sure you pay this and pay that, and you got this tax and that tax, and they try to just extract every ounce of blood from you, these vampires do, because they want you to just give up and submit to them. And it's a sick power struggle, but that just shows how weak they are, that everything they throw at people, everything that they do to humanity, and we still keep moving. And that's why they hate us. That's why they want to destroy us. That's why they do everything they can to destroy us and poison us. Just can't let them do it. We just keep moving on. We keep surviving. You guys lose. You keep exposing them for what they are. We keep doing that, and we win. We've already won. We just got to keep going forward and wake up enough people to who they are and quit playing with these vampires and quit submitting to them and giving them their power. They're nothing. They're shells. They're vessels, empty vessels. That's all they are. They need to be filled with our energy. And they're going to deceive us in every which way to do it. All these indictments and all this garbage, you get people fighting back and forth. And yeah, I watched, there's one comedian, I don't even know what his name is. I mean, what a knucklehead. He's out there, laughing. Trump's indicted, you piece of crap. He's just laughing. And I'm just, you're just taking this stuff so seriously. And it just affects your life and your emotional state. That's what they want to happen. They want everybody to just be whiplashed one way or the other, pendulum, push it that way, then push it that way, and get us all upset over stuff, when really it just comes down to focusing on, what are you doing in your own life? How does any of this affect you? On your daily personal life, oh my gosh, he's indicted. Okay, let's get all upset and let's it's like, no, knock it off. Find out what you're doing in your personal life on a daily basis to make the world a better place. Or make it a worse place, because it's your decision. And it's better off being a better place. Getting along with people. Trying to be cooperative. Trying to be nice, kind, understanding, empathetic. Everybody's got their baggage. Everybody's got their burdens that they carry. And a lot of times, you know, I get in a bad mood. It's because it's my own fault. It's because I'm upset about something. And I let that come out. And then if I say something that I shouldn't have said later, I'm like, why did I get so upset about that? You know, and why did I, lash out and make that person feel bad for my problem? And you got to realize other people are going through that. Other people have those issues. And you might think, man, what a jerk. And it's like, well, maybe his wife just died. You know, maybe something tragic happened in that person's life and they're just not wanting to cope and having a hard time dealing with anything right now. And there's nothing you can say to them. And sometimes all that people need is just a hug. You know, if you do that, that breaks down all that stuff. And we got to quit fighting with each other. I mean, we got bigger fish to fry than with each other. We really do. We got bad people running the show, trying to completely manipulate us, completely puppet string us, take everything that we have and get us to fight against each other and destroy each other. That's all they want. And it's a big game to them, but it's real. It's high stakes poker. And they're doing it, and they're playing the game. And we might just be meandering around the casino thinking, oh, look at the pretty lights, and oh, let's go this way and that way. And you're just getting pinballed all over the place, and you don't even know where the exit's at. It's not play their game anymore. And you got to individually come to the conclusion of how you're not going to play the game anymore. But there's enough evidence out there. There's enough going on that if you're not awake by now, man, how many of those sleeping pills and tranquilizers have you taken? I mean, you need to wake up. And it's going to get worse. And it's going to get harder. Like I said, they're probably going to pull the pin on something. They're already doing it. I mean, I can feel it. September, October, the next couple of months are probably something's going to happen. And who knows what's going to get rolled out, what kind of problem, reaction, solution crap they're going to do. But, wheels are coming off. I mean, they're coming off all over the place. And it's like, okay, I see it happening. Got to get back in my calm place. You got to meditate, you got to pray, whatever you got to do. Just realize it's happening and prepare yourself for that. What can happen. It's just like, okay, Lahaina just burned down. I survived. How did I prepare for this situation? Am I prepared for this situation? What do I do? And guess what? If you lost everything, you lost all your money, you lost all your crypto, you lost all your gold, your silver, it's all gone, it's obliterated, who knows, it's bulldozed away, fell in the ocean. I have nothing. But you have yourself and you have your life, and you're living another day. And that's the way you got to look at it. You know what? They didn't kill me. They didn't get me. And as long as I can fight another day, I've got energy to give. And there's nothing more powerful than that, because you can have all the riches in the world and then you die. And what do you have? Nothing. It's all left behind. You did nothing with it. Did nothing to benefit anybody with it. You sat, hoarded it like some freaking drooling king, tyrant that just wants to get it all, and then you did nothing good with it. You can always do something good, as long as you're breathing, as long as you're alive. All that other stuff, man, none of it matters. Just look at what happened. I mean, you can lose everything. Thank God you didn't lose your life. I mean, what? Save the gold! You melt yourself down trying to carry gold out of the house. Save these assets. Let me go back in and get them, and as I'm burning alive. Screw that, man. It's just like you got to let it go. And it is what it is. And the universe will provide. It did, because you're alive. It provided for you. And now you're on a path. And you got to realize what that path is. But at least you're on the path and didn't fall off the cliff, roll down the mountain and die. All right. I wasn't even going to talk about any of this stuff. I just got off on this tangent. So it's a philosophical Thursday, I guess, for Westwood. I was going to talk a little bit about crypto. I guess we'll talk about crypto tonight on the show. Let's hash it out on Blind Dave's channel, I think I got a link in the description to his channel, but no, that'll be good. I want to talk about a little bit of crypto and the technicals and where we're at. And I mean, in this market cycle, I mean, you see it's pretty, you know, it's a scary time. People are like, oh my gosh, it's going to go lower. You know, it's going to $20,000 Bitcoin, Litecoin go to $36, you know, Thunder. All right. Wrap it up, Westwood. Okay, I will. All right, so check it out. Hash it out tonight, 4 o'clock Central Time on Blind Dave's channel, and tomorrow is Friday. That means tomorrow is happy hour with the lovely Litecoin Lisa on her YouTube channel. So go check that out. It's always a good time. Love the chat. Great chat. Love the community coming together. It's like sitting at the bar and we're all talking smack. Having a few drinks, smoking some cigars. That's what it's all about. All right. You've lived to fight another day. You've lived. You are living. That is the key. That is the goal. That's the main thing. And you're here. Know that you're here for a reason. So trust yourself. You've gotten yourself this far. Trust yourself. Don't give vampires your energy. Don't let them steal it from you. All right? Give something back. Be the light to the world, because you're alive and there's a light within you and it can shine. Let it out. Kills the darkness. All right. Love you all. Hope you have a wonderful Thursday.